Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. We do not need. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail. Hail to all, this is Bear Nerd Fun. We're going to check out a Bounding into Comics article today. The nod, you know what, right there, you see that? Okay. And Sony attempt to squash Last of Us Part 2 leaks and silence anyone discussing them. Let's see. There's the First Amendment, freedom of speech. And if they continue to do it, there's a thing called the Federal Trade Commission. You can file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission against any corporation who you feel has mishandled you. Because especially if you pay for YouTube service or you pay for any kind of service to do with YouTube. You know? And you violate your First Amendment rights. They seem to think that they can violate what fair use is. Now, granted, leaked images are handled differently. I don't ever use leaked images. That's one thing that I've never done. I only try to use images that the actual IP has released on social media or in news articles or on Instagram or wherever, because it was released by them, and then that will cover fair use. But basically, if it's a leaked image and you're going to show that leaked image, basically they can ding you for that leaked image. But they should not be able to ding you for talking about these people right here. So guess what? Ban them. Cancel them. You know? If they're going to treat you that way, don't give them your hard-earned money. You know? Don't give them your money. Bow out of that. Let's get to the article. You Know What's It right here and Sony Interactive Entertainment are attempting to squash the recent release of The Last of Us Part 2 leaks. Not only are they trying to squash the leaks, but they are attempting to silence anyone who even discusses them. The YouTuber Ryan Cano reports his YouTube channel received a copyright strike takedown and his video removed for talking about Ms. Sarkazian and Neil Druckmann's connection. See here? Right there. There's the imaging right there. He adds, I could not believe that just for showing an image that is out there everywhere, anywhere, that you can right now on the internet, there are people making memes about this ma'am sitting there with a golf club after what she had just done to a beloved character. For showing that image and talking about these leaks, I get a copyright strike. Once again, you're violating the First Amendment, and martial law wasn't declared, so it doesn't give you the right to do whatever you want. It's a medical emergency, and martial law isn't declared in those things. And so you cannot suspend constitutional rights. You're not a government, you're just a corporation. And you don't have those rights to suspend the Constitution. The only people that are allowed to write the law is Congress. And once again, folks, if you feel you need to file Federal Trade Commission complaint, I would absolutely behoove you to do so. You know, that's how big corporations get taken down for doing stupid stuff. Keno also details that the second video was also removed on the Gaming with Geeks YouTube channel. He explains, not only did this video get removed here, but the video over here on Gaming with Geeks, both videos I made, both get copyright strikes from Naughty Dog because they do not want people figuring out about this game. They do not want people hearing about what they have done. Third wave feminism, basically. Man bad stuff, beat man up, whatever, you know. Very, very controversial, you know. I'm sure if it was reversed, oh man, there would be some feminists up in an uproar. Kendall notes that he didn't show any videos. All I did was show a couple of still images that are literally being used as memes every second going out on Twitter. On every place where you can get an internet connection, people are posting memes because it is a laughing stock. Yes, I would agree. What might be more perplexing is that Kendall doesn't even know the real reason why his video was struck. His questions, was it because I talked about the plot, or was it because I had a couple of images that were all out there? I don't know, it's pretty thin as far as I'm concerned, you know? It's real thin, you know? Basically them striking you over leaked images, which they kind of have a right to do because it wasn't released by them. But it is kind of like splitting hairs when the image is everywhere and it's being used everywhere, and the only people being targeted is YouTubers that showed the image or talking about it. Once again, I want to remind those that be First Amendment. Corporations cannot tell you what you can say or what you cannot say, as long as you're basically calm and collected and don't say stupid shit, pretty much. So, Sony and Naughty Dog are trying to minimize the damage from these leaks by DMCAing videos. They just struck my vid on Gaming with Geeks and my channel, where I showed video evidence of Anita Sarkeesian connection. F you and your trash game. The Last of Us Part 2. Yep. If I was going to buy said game, I would not buy said game now. Because you can take your purchasing power and purchase something else. You can tell them how you feel with not spending your cash. And that's everyone's right to not spend cash on something that basically is, let's face it, a little bit hateful. Not nice. Kendall is not alone in reporting this, that his YouTube videos have been taken down. YouTuber Mr. H reports that his video covering The Last of Us Part 2 leaks was also struck. I will provide these links to these videos in the info below. Mr. H explains, I received a copyright strike. Now I fought this. I filed counterclaims because this is not legal, because you are not allowed to do this. I do believe Mr. H is in the UK, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. He detailed he received a copyright strike from Muso TNT Limited. He states, you are abusing the takedown system, you are abusing copyright, and you are also abusing your employees, Naughty Dog and Muso Limited. Jeremy Griggs of Geeks and Gamers reports that his live stream discussing The Last of Us Part 2 also received a claim in the middle of the stream and was subsequently shut down. Griggs noted that his stream was shut down at 3:12 a.m. on April 30, 2020. They shut my stream down on the main Geeks and Gamers channel. Wow. F the ND. Okay. Jeremy Prime. Hail to Jeremy. He detailed that he didn't show any images or even go into details about the game while sharing a screenshot of the copyright strike. I showed no images, and I have no specific details about The Last of Us. What the F? These people. And the Twitter pic right there. Jeremy Prime, April 30, 2020. He reiterated that he didn't show any images and didn't provide any specifics about the game while noting he was contacting his lawyer. I'm not doing anything until I talk to my lawyer about this in the morning. I showed no images. I gave no specifics about The Last of Us Part 2, yet my stream was taken down and I was issued a copyright strike on a clean channel. Well, guess what? You have the right to file a Federal Trade Commission complaint. You can do it online, or you can call their number. It's an 800 number. It's a free call. So, I would behoove everybody, every YouTuber, to call the Federal Trade and file a complaint. That's what the commission's there for. File a complaint. Everyone, file a complaint. And if they get enough complaints, well, guess what? They're going to get taken to task. Griggs had noted his lawyer is investigating the situation. My lawyer is looking into it now. Thanks to everyone that reached out. Also, thanks for the videos covering it. The more attention this gets, the worse it will be for Naughty Dog. The Last of Us Part 2. I will not be buying. Another YouTuber, SupremeHeretic, also reported, did I pronounce that right? Super Divorce? Okay. Also reported that they received a copyright strike while discussing The Last of Us Part 2 leaks. And of course, they in turn violated their First Amendment rights. Maybe even their Fourth Amendment rights. These copyright strikes are not just affecting YouTubers. Bounding Into Comics also received the DMCA takedown notice for our coverage of the leaks. On April 29th, we received an email from Dariana Hasu from Masu TNT Ltd on behalf of Sony Interactive Entertainment requesting our entire article covering the leaks be taken down. The email read in part, I hereby demand that you are expeditiously to remove or disable access to the material or items claimed to be infringing. On April 30th, we will receive a follow-up email from Ovistu Studio TNT Ltd requesting the article be removed. The email read in part, we would appreciate your prompt action having the following list of files removed in accordance with our original DMCA notices. Basically, your DMCA notices have no validity unless it's a leaked image that they showed. And even then, it's thin, very thin. The article in question had YouTube and Twitter videos showcasing the leaked footage. However, at the time of the original email, all of the videos showing the story leaks had already been claimed on YouTube and Twitter. At the time of the second email, other leaked footage showing short clips of gameplay had already been claimed on Twitter. Even with the videos showing the leaked footage already unviewable, they demanded the article be deleted. It has not been deleted. Naughty Dog and Sony are doing everything in their power to try and muzzle people who are sharing the leaks or who even attempt to discuss it. However, they will soon learn that the Streisand effect is real, and by trying to silence people discussing the leaks, all they have done is brought a much larger spotlight to the leaks. And maybe, more importantly, decrease sales because of just how terrible the story for the game really is, according to leaks. And remember, folks, First Amendment rights, constitutional rights, and laws that govern what you can do and what you can't do. That's called the Constitution. And they're violating it left and right. They are discriminating. They are taking things down. And, you know, that's censorship. They're abusing the copyright system, like everyone else has said. So, hail John F. Trent. Hail to you. Thanks for writing this article. We appreciate you. Hail to the Phantom Menace, where we do not kneel. Hail. Hail to all. Thanks for tuning in. Stay frosty. Keep your head in a swivel. Hail to the Phantom Menace. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Go.
Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say nerd fun. Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Hail.